Live from WFAA, this is Good Morning Texas.
Do you ever get butterflies in your stomach? Emotions can have a direct effect on our digestive function. But did you know digestive function also impacts your brain? Well, joining us now is Dr. Natalie Engelbart, founder and clinical director of Alternative Health Solutions in Flower Mound and a fellow of the American College of Functional Neurology. Good to have you here this morning. If anyone knows about the brain connection to our digestive tract, it would be someone who is a member of the, let me get it right, American College of Functional Neurology.
Absolutely.
So, why is brain health and digestive health so powerfully interconnected?
Well, the interesting thing is that our brain and the control mechanisms to our digestive system were actually formed at the exact same time and from the exact same tissue. So they had, from the very beginning, a very powerful connection, and they maintain that connection throughout our entire lives. On a very basic level, basically what the digestive system does is it takes in food and breaks it down into nutrients, and then those nutrients need to be transmitted to the different organs and organ systems. And our brain certainly cannot function without the proper fuel. On the other side of the coin, the brain then functions to control every cell, tissue, organ system of our body. So you can see that they have a very powerful connection, and they're very interreliant on one another.
I know also a lot of the chemicals that affect our mood, serotonin is one that we hear a lot about, but a lot of those are directly impacted by our digestive processes.
Absolutely. In fact, we have more neurons in our digestive system than we have in our brain.
Really?
Yes. And our digestive system, the neurons themselves, those are nerve cells, and they function to receive and transmit information. More of them in our gut than we do in our brain.
Well, we talked a lot about over the last few weeks, the state of our gut, as it were, and how it has an influence on our overall health. So our gut health, our digestive health, can really affect our brain health as well?
That's right. That's right. And you mentioned serotonin, and that's a great example. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, and the neurons use those neurotransmitters to can receive and transmit the information. And most people are familiar with serotonin, and it helps us to have happy moods and get a good night's sleep. But 95% of our serotonin receptors are actually in our digestive system. And this is very, very important, because this means that if someone suffers from anxiety or depression or insomnia, they are very likely to have digestive issues as well, and vice versa. If you have digestive symptoms, then it's much more likely that you are going to suffer from neurological problems.
Okay, it makes sense. All right, so if we are trying to get our digestive tract back in order and thereby help our brain functions as well, one of the things that you suggest really is probiotic supplements, and Dr. O'Hara is the one that's brought some examples here to us. That can really make a big difference.
Absolutely, and I really am a big proponent. In our society, let's face it, we are under a lot of stress. We use a lot of antibiotics. We don't always eat the things that we should eat. So for my patient population, I absolutely recommend a very high quality probiotic like Dr. O'Hara's.
Well, and not all probiotics are created equal. What is it about Dr. O'Hara's that has earned your respect and your recommendation?
I really like Dr. O'Hara's formulation, and there are a couple reasons why. First of all, there are really no other products like it on the market. They have many, many strains of the good bacteria inside each capsule, instead of just having one or two of the same type of strain. And in a healthy digestive system, you have multiple types and forms. So if you're taking a supplement that only has one or two forms, you can actually create an imbalance. Another reason is because Dr. O'Hara's formula is fermented over a 3-year process. And what this means is that, first of all, it never has to be refrigerated. And second of all, those probiotics are actually grown in a medium that they have their prebiotics with them. These are the things that the good bacteria need to eat and need to maintain to stay viable.
So it's gone through their full process instead of shortening it up to try to bring it to the market quicker than that.
That's right. And that's going to mean that you have a better clinical effect when you take that product.
All right, well, we appreciate you coming in and talking about it. We've been talking a lot about probiotics, but who knew it could clear your mind a little bit. Thank you so much for coming in and being with us this morning. If you want more information on Dr. O'Hara's probiotics, log on to essentialformulas.com. And for more information on Dr. Engelbart and Alternative Health Solutions, you can log on to alt-healthsolutions.com or drnatalieonline.com. Also, if you become a friend of Dr. O'Hara's on Facebook, and post that you saw Dr. Engelbart on GMT, you're going to automatically be registered to win a copy of Boost Your Health with Bacteria and a month's supply of Dr. Ohhira's probiotics. Amy?